Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading for you today. It's Monday the 14th through to Sunday the 20th of October 2019. These are the cards. I often get asked what cards I'm using in the reading, so I'd like to show you the cards that I'm actually using for your reading. So we always start off with the weekly check-in, where we look at the week ahead and we just look at kind of general things coming through, and we look at various areas concerning the week. And for that we use this top row of cards here. We use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. We use the Ancestor Path Tarot by Julia Kuchia Watts. We use the Tarot Grand Luxe and New deck by Ciro Marchetti. It's probably not so new, but definitely as a mass marketed deck, it's fairly new. So Ciro Marchetti, the Tarot Grand Luxe. And we also use for your advice a new deck that was bought, the Tarot deck, Art of Life Tarot deck by Charles Livingston. This is a very kind of different tarot deck, because what this tarot deck, guys, does is it has the same 78 cards, but you've got quotes on each of the 78 cards. So that's why I'm using this. I don't use this in kind of readings, traditionally as cards for readings. I use these more as advice, which is really nice. For your second reading, where we look at the 10 card work area and the 10 card love area, we use my favourite card, my favourite deck of all, the Dark Mansion Tarot. Phenomenal, guys. We use this one here. And we are also using for your advice for love and money, Tea Leaf Fortune cards by Ray Hepburn, and also the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Okay, enjoy your reading, guys. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. We're going to be doing the 14th through to the 20th of October 2019. We're going to be doing your weekly check-in reading first, then we're going to be looking at your love reading and, well, your work reading first, sorry, and then your love reading afterwards. Okay, I'm not going to be appearing directly on the reading this week. I just want to be able to show you guys the cards today. So, yeah, sit back and enjoy the reading. Okay, Virgo, your cards are down. Let's have a quick look at what's going on with you guys. So, Virgo, you guys show as being, ooh, the Fool. Nice. Well, hopefully it's nice, because sometimes when you're the Fool, you can be somebody who's making mistakes. But the Fool is somebody who is ready for new beginnings. This is someone who's a risk taker. The Fool is young-spirited, so they're young at heart. And this is someone who is unafraid. This is someone who isn't allowing fear to stand in their way. This is someone who wants a new experience, wants to experience new things. They're not afraid to experience new things. They're not stuck in their ways like an emperor is. This is young energy. This is someone who, the Fool is actually ruled by, I think it's Uranus, which I think is one of the ruling planets of Aquarius. So this is someone who's a free thinker. This is someone who likes to be a maverick and likes to do things their own way. They don't want to be a part of a tradition. They don't want to be a part of a community often, sometimes with the Fool. Because the Fool likes to amalgamate into all sorts of communities. He just doesn't want to have to be a part of the one thing. And he doesn't want to be tied to anything, because the Fool has very little baggage. He's only got a little dog and a little bag on his back. So I feel that you guys are this week experiencing and experimenting with new things. And certainly if you're not, Virgo, I think that you're ready to do that. I think that you're ready to start kind of embracing new opportunities with the Fool energy showing here. I think that you're ready to start on a new journey with this Fool energy. And it may be, it's like that the Fool is very much like the Page cards. It doesn't matter for you whether you've got experience or not. It's all about the journey rather than, you know, what you could be achieving. It's all about experiencing new things. So I think that you're ready for a new experience this week. And I think that you're showing this week as being the Fool because you're showing as being a very young energy with that. You're not harbouring or you're not carrying baggage. And in fact, for some of you Virgos, you might have even relinquished or let go of some baggage with that Fool energy showing there. Let's have a look at what the reason is for this with the Fool energy. The Four of Wands. It's because of the Four of Wands, which is why you're looking for it. Well, it depends on what that is. There's something to do with the home with the Four of Wands, or this could be a relationship. This could be a marriage with the Four of Wands energy. Some of you guys, it might be you're showing as being the Fool because you're entering into a new opportunity. Maybe this is to do with a relationship with the Four of Wands energy. Maybe there's a new opportunity that you're entering in for happiness with the Four of Wands energy. Maybe this is something to do with a celebration here. But this would probably be for me. Maybe there's something about a relationship here. It's an opportunity that you're entering into. And it's indicating something of a partnership. It could be a business and a creative partnership, but it also might be something to do with a marriage. It might also be that you are right now at a new stage within your life. It might be some of you guys are pregnant, adding a family member, that type of thing with the Four of Wands. What is it that you are wanting to accomplish this week? The Seven of Pentacles. I think that you're wanting to accomplish some rewards for your hard work, because the Seven of Coins is all about seeing the fruits of your labour. So when you put the hard work in with the Seven of Coins, you see the results of that. So whether that's kind of a job well done and getting paid for it by the end of the week, or whether it's putting money into stocks and shares and literally seeing that investment come to fruition, that's what the Seven of Pentacles is. So I think that your goal is to see some rewards for, and therefore this might be a new creative partnership with this Four of Wands energy, because what you're wanting to see is the results for all of your hard work and effort this week and going into the further weeks. What is it that you need to overcome? What's the obstacle? Two of Coins. I just feel that things may be a little bit imbalanced with that Two of Coins energy showing there with the Two of Coins. I feel that with the Two of Coins energy, and also the Two of Coins can mean paying money out as well. So transferring money, transferring funds. It depends. We've got two Pentacle cards here. I feel that you're wanting to get some form of remuneration, reward for hard work done. But the obstacle you might need to overcome, it might be something to do with saving money here. You can't save it because you've got to transfer it and pay it out again with the Two of Coins energy showing here. Depends. Let's have a look at what you could be achieving though. Well, no, this is nice. You could still be achieving prosperity by the end of the week or into the further weeks, or growth, abundance with that Empress energy showing here. I feel that this is you guys who are entering as that Fool energy, a new creative venture with that Four of Wands. And I think that your goal is, I think that really when we talk about the goal, it doesn't mean that you achieve the goal by the end of the week. It just means that your goal for the week is, through this creative venture, to achieve rewards for all of your hard work. This will be financial rewards, I think, Virgo. But I feel the obstacle you need to overcome is that the money that you get through that Seven of Coins for whatever you're doing in this creative venture with the Four of Wands, I would say that the only obstacle is it's going to be hard to maintain a lot of that income there, because you're going to have to be paying it all out. The Two of Coins is paying bills, it's transferring money. So even though you're wanting to gain rewards, that's your goal, your obstacle may be, well, even though you get money, you still have to pay it out. However, what you could still be achieving is a level of comfort, I think, here, and a level of abundance with that Empress energy, and growth as well. Things are always moving, things are always growing, things are always, you know, advancing forward with the Empress energy. Now, there were three cards that showed up for what you needed to Taurus avoid, which was interesting. They came out together. So let's have a look at the first one. Doing too much, Two of Coins. So juggling too much. You got that Two of Coins again, but I think it's a different version, a different explanation for that one. I think it's doing too much with that Two of Coins, because Two of Coins is juggling too much, taking too much on with the Two of Coins. You need to avoid that. The Tower energy. All right. I think that if you juggle too much, it's going to really give you burnout here with the Tower. All right. So juggling too much, giving you burnout with the Tower energy, because the Tower energy is almost like a breakdown. So juggling too much, giving you burnout with the Tower energy here. The Sun energy showing up here. So it's really funny because the sun burns. All right. The sun burns. All right, so it's almost like giving you burnout. It's almost like the burning furnace. If you the towering furnace, like the sun is burning the tower. It's it's giving you burnout. We'll call those two cards. I just feel that these are burnout. It's like juggling too much, giving you burnout, because the sun isn't always a positive card. Sometimes it burns. Sometimes there's too much heat here. Okay, and with the Two of Coins energy, you're trying to juggle, but it's almost like you need to avoid juggling too much, because it's going to give you real burnout with that sun and the tower energy. I think that you just really need to avoid trying to do that, because you can't heal the tower with the sun, even though the sun is usually a very, very positive card no matter where it is. Like, for example, for me, the tower is the breakthrough and the sun is enlightenment. Okay, breakthrough and enlightenment. Okay, I don't think that I'm not going to explain those cards in that way, because that's not how it feels for me. I'm going to explain the tower and the sun as being burnout. Okay, that's how it feels. It feels like burnout. So juggling too much, giving you burnout, literally giving you, like, completely sapping you off that energy with those cards. Because I just feel that you guys are involving yourself as the Fool in a new creative venture here with this Four of Wands. This might be working in a creative team, setting up events, running a bar, whatever it is. But there's something new. There's a new venture here with this Four of Wands energy. And I feel that with the Fool energy here, you're indulging in that. And I wouldn't say that it was anything other than that, simply because that Seven of Coins energy, your goal is to get rewards for all of the hard work that you're putting into that Four of Wands energy. But the obstacle is you still got to pay stuff out, because the Two of Coins is also about financially having to pay money out, having to manage your money, having to transfer funds, that type. So this is paying bills. So even if your goal is to make money, the obstacle you need to overcome is you're still paying it out. You should see still some comfort and financial and abundance and prosperity, but I do feel that you need to try and avoid doing too much, because it's going to burn you out here. And I think that the doing too much, you might be taking on more than what you already have right now with that Four of Wands. So you might already be doing something here, Virgo, but saying, oh, it's coming up to Christmas, I think I'll take another job on with the Four of Wands. Yeah. I think I'll do it. I'll take an opportunity here as the Fool to do, another opportunity here with the Four of Wands, to take another job on, that type of thing, because it's coming near to Christmas. I'm just giving you an example, Virgo. It's coming near to Christmas, and my goal is to earn more money. Seven of Coins energy, but the obstacle is, for me, is that it's going to be difficult saving it anyway, because I've got too many things to pay out. Two of Coins. However, what I could achieve is the Empress energy. I could still see growth. I could still see steady growth with that Empress energy off my finances, off what I get with the Seven of Coins, despite having to pay things out. If I play my cards right, I could still make enough money maybe by Christmas. But I feel that when it says avoid doing too much, avoid taking on too much with that Two of Coins energy, because I do feel with the Tower and the Sun, it's really going to burn you guys out in a very, very big way. Because I just feel that there's a goal that you're aiming towards, and I think a lot of it is working to save money for some of you guys. You're taking on additional tasks for some of you guys to save money, and it's probably because of the run up to Christmas for some of you. What do you need to embrace? You got the Empress again. Look, you got it there and you got it here. I think that you've got to embrace that people will love you unconditionally, no matter what. I think that you've got to embrace that, for some of you guys, you have a family, you've got children, and I definitely feel that you've got a family, you've got kids, you've got the Empress twice, you've got the Two of Coins twice, which is interesting in your reading. But I think with the Empress energy, when we embrace our Empress side, it's our nurturing side, it's our caring side, it's the fact that we've got kids and we have to spend a lot of time nurturing and looking after them. So instead of kind of avoid burning yourself out, doing too much and burning yourself out, and the reason that you'd be burning yourself out, Virgo, is because you have families, some of you guys. You're wanting to make more money by taking on additional responsibilities. But at the same time, Virgo, what I think I'm seeing here is that whilst you're taking on additional jobs and additional work to make ends meet, to make money for Christmas, you're possibly burning yourself out because you're also having to tend to the kids. So I feel that what you need to embrace more is, the fact that some of you guys have families, and you need to embrace that maybe you need to it's more important to spend more time with the children rather than it is trying to make a copious amount of money for the Christmas period, whereby everything and everyone suffers, especially yourself. If you need advice, support, where can you go? Oh, you can go to the Three of Swords. That's interesting. I think you can just go to someone who you can open your heart to, because the Three of Swords also means to open your heart. Okay, I think that you could go to someone that you could open your heart to. all right? Or go to someone who's experienced the same thing. Maybe this person has burnout. Look, she is sitting in front of a sewing machine. She's looking rather tired, you know? So maybe you should be going to someone who's experienced the same thing, or go to someone who you can open your heart to and say, look, this is going on, that's going on, what should I do? Can you give me any advice? That type of thing. Let's have a quick look at your advice card. Taurus. We'll quickly get this reading again before we do the advice. You guys are indulging, you're on this new path, the Fool energy. I don't know whether you've thought about it too much, because you show as being a fool, and fools don't really think, they just go with their passions. They get an idea and they just go to it. But I do feel you guys are really kind of focusing on an opportunity here, being that fool, and it feels very exciting. The situation's all about the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is good news. You might have had good news about getting a second. I think this, some of you guys, it's about taking additional things on. You know, this is about new ventures with the Four of Wands energy, because Wands are all about career and business. So there's an opportunity for a new venture, I would say, probably here with this Four of Wands energy. But also you guys are taking on a new opportunity. It's because of the home as well. It's because of the family. So the Four of Wands is the family. So you guys taking on new ventures because of the family with the Four of Wands. Your goals are to make this new opportunity that you're indulging in, it's all about the goal. Making more money. If you work hard enough in this opportunity, you'll make money with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, but the obstacle you need to overcome is that you're still going to have to pay it out. You know, you've still got bills, you've still got things that you're going to have to do with the money. However, you will see steady growth with that Empress energy. It's only a number 3 card, and it does talk about seeing steady growth. So just in, you know, what you could be achieving though is that you will, however, see steady growth, especially in terms of your finances. Avoid doing too much with that Two of Coins energy and getting this huge burnout with this Tower and the Sun energy. So much so that you just can't look after your kids, you can't do this, you can't spend time with your family, that type of thing. Because you need to embrace the Empress. That you need to spend time with your children, your husband, your wife, the people that love you, nurturing them, caring for them. And you need to probably embrace that more, because right now I think that you're more on the money thing than the, you know, than the home thing. If you need advice, go to someone who you could probably open your heart to, who could give you some advice. Let's have a look at the quick advice card from the Art of Life Tarot deck by Charlene Livingston. What is the advice that you have for Taurus through this, sorry, Virgo? What's the advice you have for Virgo? I haven't been calling you Virgo and not Taurus. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm off on a tangent, guys, on a reading, and sometimes I just call people certain things and I don't mean to. You are Virgo. This is a Virgo reading. Let's have a look. So, what is the advice you have for Virgo on this reading? Right, the 8 of Wands. So, nothing ever is, but all things are becoming. All things are the offspring of flux and motion. So, things are in motion here, I would say, with this card here. And you mustn't doubt it, okay? It doesn't mean that if you don't, you know, if you don't work harder, that you don't get what you want, because everything is in motion. And if everything is in motion, guys, everything is basically coming together for you with the Age of Wands energy. Let's have a quick look then at your work reading. Bear with me. So, Virgo, let's have a look at your work. What do we see in terms of work? The Knight of Coins. So, Knight of Coins can be an offer of a job, for example. This is some form of financial support, or this will, because it's a career card, because it's a career reading, this is some form of support with the Knight of Coins energy. Knight of Coins also can be about building as well, working your way up the chain in a job. So Knights usually represent people who have experience within work, but they're working their way up the ladder. They're not yet a queen, they're not yet a king. Knight of Coins energy. I feel that some of you guys are still working your way up the ladder, Knight of Coins energy, to success within a job, because the Knight of Coins is working his way up in a work reading. You're not quite there yet. You're not the queen, you're not the king. But Virgo, this is actually you, isn't it? Because Knight of Coins is actually your court card. So that's you there with the Knight of Coins energy. I feel that you, and I also feel that you have a vision for the future, because all I'm seeing is you standing on this hilltop. The horse isn't moving though, so you're not really moving. I do feel that you're kind of, it almost feels like when I look at this card and I look at what you're doing, the horse's head is down. I almost feel Virgo, because you're very kind of, I get you as being a more kind of cautious sign that tends to deliberate a little bit more. So I do feel that you're making some plans. You're looking ahead and you're making plans. You're not moving right now, but I do feel in your careers, Virgo, that you're making plans. Here, you're looking ahead and you're making plans. You're probably even making a business plan for some of you guys. And it's all about achieving success with that Six of Wands, gaining some recognition. This could be something online as well. Oh, we've got a Knight of Swords now. So I feel that you are very determined with the Knight of Swords energy to gain success with the Six of Wands, but I do feel that you're stopping. You've stopped. It's all about for you. Stop, look, and listen with the Knight of Wands. He's not as impetuous as the Knight of Swords. So even though I think that you're very driven, you're pursuing this kind of success, you're pursuing recognition. I think for you, it's a case of stop, look, and listen, and wait and review, and just kind of plan ahead how you're going to gain it. Because the Knight of Coins is more likely to plan. The Knight of Swords is more likely just to go for it. So even though I see you as being very much determined to gain the success that you're looking for, Virgo, I do feel that you're at this stage right now is that even though you know what you want here, you're kind of saying, but I need to plan ahead with that Knight of Coins energy showing here. I think that you've had some hurt, but I think that this is what's driving you. I think that some of you guys have experienced a lot of failures in terms of work with that Five of Cups. But usually when you look at the Knight of Swords, you only have to look what's behind him to see what's driving him forward. So I do feel some of you guys have had some disappointment with the Five of Cups energy. You might have felt very disappointed by a King of Wands, by an individual, by a boss. Now, the King of Wands would be a boss. Basically, kings are always bosses within work readings because they're the people in charge. So there's somebody here who's in charge, and I feel that you've been let down quite badly by an individual here, because the Five of Cups also shows up when you've been really let down. I do feel, Virgo, you've been really let down by a King of Wands, by an individual here, by a boss. Somebody didn't give you a promotion, or somebody, didn't give you the permanent contract or something like that. You've been really let down by this individual. But I think that this is what's driving you to gain success and recognition and achievement here. But being your savvy self, Virgo, what you know with that Knight of Pentacles is that you actually have to plan ahead for it. You know that this is it's almost like it's either that you've got something to prove to someone who kind of let you down, or you want to get back at someone who let you down. But you know that, slow and steady, which is what the Knight of Coins energy basically wins the race with the Knight of Swords. So you know that if you're going to get this, even though you want it now, slow and steady is going to win the race. I think it looks like somebody let you down, and this is what's driving you to move forward. What else have we got here? This is all about having the strength, okay? So strength in justice, okay? So the justice energy is a strong decision. So I think that you guys are making a very strong decision with the justice energy here. The sun energy, the sun in work, well, the sun in any reading is all about fulfillment. So if you work hard with the Knight of Coins, you're going to get what you want with the sun energy. But I think that you guys have made a very strong decision. It could be to do something entirely new with the sun energy, though. Let's have a look at the next cards. The Four of Swords, what are you resigned to with the Four of Swords? The moon energy. Moon. I don't really, I think that you're resigned to the moon. Now, the moon in terms of work can be your vision. Okay, this can be your long-term vision. This can be your dreams. Okay, Four of Swords energy. So Four of Swords can sometimes be resigned. Okay. I think actually I'm going to block these cards off because I actually feel that these four stick together. Okay, and I think these four stick together here, and I feel that these let me just block it off. We've got these cards here, 1, 2, 3. So we'll do these 6 cards here, and then we're going to do the 4 there. All right, so we're going to start off with the 4. What I think has happened here, because I don't see fear from you guys. I don't see fear. I don't see anxiety. Even though these cards could indicate that easily. But this could be kind of the resolution, healing from that anxiety of the moon as well. But the moon also means a deep vision for the future as well. And this is also contemplation maybe of the vision, because this is contemplating. But often I look at the Four of Swords and she just looks so resigned to everything. And I feel that in work, what happened is that you guys have been let down by a King of Wands. Somebody who probably with the moon energy was doing something behind the scenes. Doing something probably a little bit underhanded with that moon energy showing up there. And I feel that you guys possibly, it feels to me that you're resigned here. The moon can also be about your deepest fears. So it might be that you guys are resigned to your deepest fears maybe with that moon energy here. Because I think that somebody let you down. It might be, well, I've resigned myself now with the Four of Swords to my deepest fears of the moon, that nothing's going to happen now. I'm not going to get this promotion from this individual. You know, I'm not going to move up in the business. I'm not going to move up in, you know, in the job with this type of thing. I'm just not going to move up in any of those things. You know, because this person has deeply let me down, you know, really, really let me down, showing up here, okay? And also we have fire and we've got water here as well. Now, the water is the major card, so, you know, there's a lot of emotion here. There's not a lot of water on this card, though, funnily enough. Let me have a look at her. No, there's not. There's a ribbon or something that she holds, but actually on the moon, there's no water. There's no water on there. Usually when you get cards with water, there's a lot of emotion in there. But I feel that with the Four of Swords and the moon, it's almost like you're really into your feelings here. It's almost like I'm just getting a really kind of strong, intense, emotional energy with that Four of Swords inside that moon energy, because there's a certain resignation to the fear. It's almost like you've resigned yourself to your fears. It's almost like you say, no, what I really believe now is that I'm never going to get anywhere in this job because, you know, this King of Wands has let me down. I'm never ever going to get anywhere. I'm never going to do it. It's almost like you've resigned yourself to your fears. But I do feel that even though you've resigned yourself in a way to a particular job and you've said, you know what I've decided on and when you resign yourself to something, you just believe it, you accept it. So some of you guys have accepted your deepest fears, I think. I don't think this is the vision card. I think this is the fear card. I think you've kind of accepted your deepest fears, okay, that, you know, somebody's let you down and you're really just not going to get wherever you want to go. But I do feel that this week, and kind of looking further into the weeks, that for some of you Virgos, what you'll start to say is, you know what, but I want to pursue, I am determined to have success. I am determined to get where I want to go, all right? But I know that it's going to take careful planning, the Knight of Pentacles, which is you. I know that it's going to be, you know, slow and steadfast. Slow and steadfast action is going to get me where I want to go. And I feel that with the Justice and the Strength card, you've made a really strong decision here. Probably with the Sun energy to start being very I think this is about being more hopeful, because I just feel with the Moon energy you've been really kind of down with that Moon energy, and you've resigned yourself to your deepest, darkest fears of the Moon energy, that you're not going to get anywhere where you are right now because you've been let down by this King, the Five of Cups and the King of Wands. You've been really let down by this individual here. This individual promised you a promotion, or they promised you stuff and they didn't deliver it. So now you're kind of like, you know what, I've resigned myself to my deepest fears. And I'm just going to see what those deep fears are, actually. Let's have a look. What is Virgo's deepest fears in 1 to 2 cards? What is Virgo's deepest fears in 1 to 2 cards? That you're going to be waiting a long time. Temperance energy here. 4 of Wands in the reverse. But it's not going to come. Nothing's going to come of it. There's no success here with the 4 of Wands in the reverse showing here. Because 4 of Wands in the upright is initial success, but there's nothing that comes of it with the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Okay? And also 4 of Wands in the reverse can be leaving your position. There's a lack of security and stability here. Okay? So you guys are resigning yourself to your deepest fears, which is all about temperance. And temperance is all about having to be patient and stuff. But it almost feels like, to me, with the 4 of Wands in the reverse, just running out of patience. Because the 4 of Wands in the reverse is leaving, you know, it's an unstable energy. It's an unstable and it's an insecure energy. It's a lack of stability, okay? So having to wait is almost going to lessen your position. your likelihood of being able to gain whatever the promotion is, or being able to gain a better position or something like that. But I do feel that the Five of Cups and the King of Wands and this Four of Swords and the Moon is you guys have resigned yourself to saying your deepest fears, which is what you're saying is Temperance energy, being patient, waiting for these changes. But also your deepest fears, or actually I'll read that again. These deepest fears that you're resigning yourself to, Virgo, are kind of saying to yourself with the Temperance energy, it's going to take too long in a way with that Temperance energy for me to get to where I want to go to. It's going to take so long that I'm probably just going to have to leave. I'm probably going to have to walk away from this job. You know, so some of you guys are already knowing that you're going to have to walk away. You're going to have to leave a job because it's just taking too long to come to fruition, whatever this King of Wands said, because they've really let you down. But that's where I feel this week, is, again, as I've said, is turning, because I see that here I'm seeing a renewed energy coming from you with the Knight of Swords as you are pursuing success. But you recognise with the Knight of Coins energy that slow and steady wins the race. So even though you're pursuing the success, it's almost like you get this rejuvenation thing going and saying, actually, I have been feeling this way, but now why should I feel this way? I'm going to pursue success. I'm going to get to the top of the tree. I'm going to get the recognition I deserve, but I know that I'm going to need to plan for it. You know, I know this cannot be rushed. I have to plan ahead and how I'm going to do this. And I'm making a very strong decision now just to be happy and to see the bright side and to think on the bright side. So I just feel that you guys are really changing your mindset this week. On the one hand, you were kind of really down and you resigned yourself to your deepest fears that, you know, it's going to just take too long to get to where you want to go to with the Temperance energy, so much so that you're just going to end up walking away, leaving, that type of thing. Four of Wands in the reverse. But now suddenly it's like, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to pursue success. I'm going to pursue my recognition. But I know that I have to plan ahead to get these things done. So maybe I have to go back to college. Maybe I have to go back to education with the Knight of Coins energy. Maybe I have to go back and get some training with the Knight of Coins energy. And I've made a really strong decision that I'm just going to start thinking positively, because the Knight of Swords is all about the way that you approach stuff as well. So I'm making a strong decision to approach this situation in a really positive light as well. So I'm seeing a change of mindset here. Let's have a quick look at what your career reading is saying. We'll also have a look at wealth as well. For Virgo, can you just tell me, universe, what is the advice you have for Virgo and their career in 3 cards? We're going to use the answer deck for this. What is the advice in 3 cards? The advice for your career is you're going to gain. I often see the gain card as well as getting ahead with the gain card there. Okay. Loss. Okay, so gain, loss. Let's have a look. Scandal. Okay, loss of scandal. I think you're going to get ahead of a loss and a scandal, because if you look at this gain card, he's getting ahead. Can you see how he's racing? Can you see how he's racing ahead of these? So I think that whatever this loss and scandal was, probably something to do with this King of Wands and the Five of Cups, you're going to kind of get ahead of that. I think you're going to move on from that. You're going to get ahead of it, okay? Let's have a quick look at what they're saying for money. And what is the advice that you have for money in 3 cards from the answer deck for the wealth card? What is the advice you have for the answer deck in 3 cards for wealth? What's their money looking like? But there's a dark-haired man showing here, Virgo. Let's have a look. All right, be careful of a dark-haired man trying to deceive you financially. Okay, there's a lesson that you're going to have to learn in this, all right? So in terms of wealth, there could be a dark-haired man that might try and deceive you, or you might have already been deceived by a dark-haired man. It will be some form of get-rich scheme or something like that. But there is a lesson for you to be learned, for you to learn in that, okay? All right, bear with me then, guys, Virgo, and we're going to get on quickly with your love reading. Okay, Virgo, we're going to have a look at your love. What do we see for love? Oh, Ten of Swords. So Ten of Swords can represent betrayal in a love reading. All right, this can be being stabbed in the back, getting really hurt. Doesn't always mean being stabbed in the back, but it can. But it can also mean getting, you know, there's a lot of pain here. A lot of pain, getting really hurt with the Ten of Swords energy. I think that you guys have been hurt Virgo. It could be by Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this will be by this is the Knight of Swords can either be an abusive partner with the Knight of Swords energy, or this is someone that just wants to have a bit of a laugh, somebody who just wants to have sex and then they want to go. That's Knight of Swords sometimes, not all the time, but he is aspected with that Ten of Swords, suggesting to me that you're getting hurt by somebody who's either really abusive in love or somebody who just wants to have a good time sexually and then they want to go with the Knight of Swords energy. Let's have a look. Oh, the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, there's something about the truth here. Okay, there's something about the truth coming to like clarity. I think you're getting hurt by a Knight of Swords. I think whoever this person is, I don't know whether they're abusive, they might, but we do have a lot of sword energy here. All right, and the Ace of Swords is all about truth and clarity. Virgo coming through. The Ace of Cups, walking away. I think that this is more about a decision, because the Ace of Swords can mean a decision. I think you guys are making a decision to walk away with that Eight of Cups energy here. I think you've been hurt by this person. I think that this person's quite abusive, to be perfectly honest with you. There's nothing here that suggests anything sexual with this individual, but I do feel you guys getting really hurt, Ten of Swords energy, by a Knight of Swords, somebody who's pretty, hopefully, I'm hoping there's nothing like physical violence here, because these cards can actually indicate some form of physical violence taking place. I'm not saying it will, that's not what I am saying at all. I'm saying in the main though, it looks like perhaps this is something verbal. This person's probably quite aggressive or abusive verbally, and I feel that the Ace of Swords is the decision, or it's a plan that you're making with the Ace of Swords to walk away with the Eight of Cups energy from the Devil. Okay, I see this Knight of Swords and the Devil as a very abusive, controlling individual. I think some of you guys are involved in a relationship with a very abusive and controlling individual, and I feel that you're walking away from this now. You've made this decision, and some of you guys, if you've made the decision, some of you guys might just be planning how you're going to do this. Virgo, let's have a look at the next one. The Judgment energy. So the Judgment energy means to make a final decision, with the Judgment energy showing up here. The Lover's energy, we've got a choice here with the Lover's energy. Let's have a look. The King of Coins. Okay, I feel that you're making a final decision here. It looks to me like some of you guys, I'm wondering if you're in love with the King of Coins, but you're making a final judgment here, a choice between this King of Coins and the Knight of Swords. But it's a no-brainer, because I think this person's been quite abusive. I think they've hurt you a great deal. And the Ten of Swords, Virgo, I'm seeing as being you. I'm seeing this Ten of Swords as being you. In a lot of pain. By this Knight of Swords. He's either abusive, rude, or it's just simply his actions. Okay, and I feel that you're making a decision, Ace of Swords, to walk away from this controlling and abusive relationship, the Devil energy. I also see this person as very abusive. I think that you're making a final decision. Maybe you're choosing a King of Coins. Let's have a look at the next one. The Knight, that's you there. Can you see? That's you looking directly over at this individual. I think you've made a decision to choose a King of Coins, and you're looking directly at them, Virgo, because that's you, the Knight of Coins again. That's your card, remember. You're looking directly at this person. But you're holding that coin quite close. See, this person's presented his coin to you. So this person is almost showing that he's got the coin he wants to invest. He's holding the Ace of Coins. And the Ace of Coins is to commit or to start building. So this person is saying to you, I've got my pentacle. You know, I've got my pentacle, and yeah, I'm ready to start building something with you, Virgo. Okay? So I do feel that you have someone who is ready. All right? This person is showing you their worth. Because the pentacles are worth and value, and he's holding on to his worth, and he's literally showing it to you, but you seem to be hiding yours. Why are you hiding yours? He's showing his pentacle, but you're hiding your pentacle, Virgo. Okay, I think that you're trying to work this individual out. I think that you're being a little bit cautious. I see you as, because Knight of Coins also means to be cautious. I see this whilst this person presents their value to you, so they're showing you what value they could be to you. I think that you're cautious. I think you're cautious because you've been really hurt by this Knight of Swords. That's why I think that you're cautious. I think that you don't trust. I think that you're making a final decision here. Okay, on a lover. Who is this King of Coins? All right. I think that the decision is that you want to show him how much you value, him or her, how much you value them, because they're showing you how much value you are to them. But whilst they are sure, Virgo, you are not, as the Knight of Coins energy showing here. Yeah, you've got a lot of anxieties, haven't you, the moon energy? Okay. I feel that you are very cautious. You might be cautious of things being hidden. You might be cautious in hiding things with the moon energy here. You might be a little bit nervous that they're hiding secrets that, you know, or that there are things that you cannot talk to them about with this moon energy showing here. Okay. Because we have a moon card here, and the moon card is all about secrecy, things that are hidden, fears, anxieties. And I do feel that you guys are being very cautious, probably because of those fears, those anxieties that you feel. And those fears and anxieties, Virgo, will come because you've been treated like this by this individual here. The person that you've made a decision and you've planned on walking away from. You don't want any more of this energy with the devil. You do not want any more abuse and controlling behaviour in a relationship. We quickly do this love reading again for you. So for love, Virgo, what I'm seeing is that you guys are in real pain here. It's all because of this Knight of Swords, a very abusive, probably very controlling individual with that devil energy. And I'm seeing you guys making it. If they're not abusive and controlling, they're certainly controlling somewhere along the line, but they're also quite devil may care. They don't really care how they treat you with the Knight of Swords energy. He can be quite an abusive, nasty piece of work. But I do feel you're making plans. You've made a decision to walk away from this. You really don't want any more of that control, any more of the problems. I think that you're making a judgment. But also it could be judgment and the love is somebody coming back from the past. So it could also be two things. You're making a final decision here. This could be about a lover, another individual. I think there's somebody else around you. I think there's another individual. Or it could be maybe a past lover. A lover from the past comes back, this King of Coins. But either way, I think that you're very cautious. Okay? I think that you're very cautious with that Knight of Coins energy. You're very, very cautious. This person shows you their interest. You don't show them your interest. You're hiding your interest. Okay? If you think about the word interest, it's about making more money. So there's money in both hands. Whilst this person shows you their money, their interest, they show you what they're worth. They're trying to prove something. It's almost like proof. Whilst this person wants to prove to you how much you are valued to them, you're kind of holding back your pentagon. Like, I'm not showing you my worth just yet. I'm not showing you, I'm not showing you my interest just yet. Let's call these coins interest. This person shows you their interest. You're holding back on showing. You're hiding it. You're kind of showing it because it's visible, but you're kind of still hiding it. So you're kind of playing. I'm not saying that you're playing mind games, but what I am saying is that I see you as being a little bit reluctant to show your value or to show your interest to another individual. This person clearly shows that they're interested in you, but you're kind of a little bit more reticent, probably because you've got some deep fears going on here, but it will be because of this energy. You just don't want to get hurt again. Let's have a look at what the advice is for love for Virgo. Universe Spirit, through the answer deck, what is the advice you have for Virgo on this reading, please? What is the advice that you have for Virgo on this reading? What's the advice that you have for Virgo on this reading, please, in one card? Sorry, in three cards. There's a reconciliation here. Let's have a look. Sexual attraction. So a reconciling of sex. So this might be a lover coming back from the past showing up here. Will change and a change. I feel that there's a reconciling of a sexual attraction. So I think that you're getting sexually attracted to this individual again. I think there's a reconciling of love, coming back together with someone here, this King of Coins, but you're very cautious around them because you've got some deep fears. I don't think it's the same as this person here, but I do see the reconciling of sexual attraction and a change that's coming in with the change card showing up here. It's going to bring change. Okay. And I think that your cautiousness with that Knight of Coins is shown in these cards, where you're almost tapping into your wisdom, which Virgos do. Remember, you're ruled by the Hermit, so always trying to gain insight. I feel that you are kind of trying to find out, trying to gain some wisdom here. Troubleshooting. So this is all about trying to find the truth, the troubleshooter. So it's almost like you're trying to gain some insight, find the truth before the storm, before a storm is created or before you walk into a storm. So I definitely feel that somewhere along the line you're trying to protect yourself here, Virgo, from getting hurt again. let's have a, that's it, yeah. Oh God, yeah, that's your reading, it's done. All right then, Virgo, I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Have a great day. If you'd like a private reading, you know where to find me. Comment section link or end screen. Take care, guys. Bye.